Hola a todos. Hello, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful evening with your beloved ones, with people or entities that you feel comfortable with. I would like to share an insight into the greater reality. I've just been meditating and realizing another puzzle piece of the whole that I am feeling one day I will somehow know and I will have clarity about. I'm speaking about presence and presences. So while I have been seeing and starting to see more and more beings, forms, life forms that are not visible to the human eye normally, I have been wondering why they come and go and who they are. And in this meditation, it came to me why, or yeah, let's say it that way. I will try to explain it. So while I'm here in this reality, I call the earth and life a reality. I've come here to have an experience. But what I so far perceived as dropping down from somewhere into something that is harder than what I used to be before. In this meditation came to me that I don't drop really down. That's a quite imaginary explanation. It's more that I, as something that has the highest frequency possible, so as a divine energy, I take another form as well, which is more dense. So I take on density. So while I'm here in this body, the so-called body that feels so dense and hard, I'm still the one that I used to be before I did that, this journey. I saw it as so easy explainable that there is consciousness. Consciousness decides to have another experience on a lower frequency, on a lower reality, and it just takes form there for a certain period of time, and then it goes back to the highest reality again. But what I believed so far was, okay, so, and that what we call soul is then trapped in something that is uncomfortable, like a body. This is actually not true. We are not trapped. We have just danced, like taken a denser form as well, while we are still consciousness. So while I'm sitting here and talking to you, I'm still that highest being. You just cannot see it. And this makes me clear why the more I become aware of the true reality, the more I've started to see other beings around me. And it's also here not very well explainable now. It's not that they have come to me in my reality here, in my presence. They have always been there. They are always there. It's just I haven't been able to see them. And I think that the fear of having to lose control over your situation and have to drop the illusion, and I'm still not there why it comes to us that we even have this illusion. that we need to have that experience. That's still not clear to me. It could be so much easier. But in fact, these presences are always there, so I cannot say I'm alone, unfortunately. And that's the thing, that's what I was reflecting on. Why is there a need of some of us to be alone? What is the real desire behind that? Because as I was realizing that I'm not alone, that there are all other energy forms around me the whole day, I got a bit scared. And the reason for that, I'm not really clear about. I have an idea. So my idea is that I'm still not comfortable with knowing that I'm all connected, that I'm actually all one with them, for whatever reason. So I'll keep you updated about that. But I have to dilute, do you say no? To disappoint you, if you really believe when you go into a forest, you are totally alone, or when you go into the mountains in a very remote hut or cave, that you are alone there. I'm sorry, you are not. And not because there are all other sorts of little creatures around you, even in the stones, on the stones, in the rocks, or bacteria are also living forms, life forms, insects, millions of insects that you might not be able to see. They're all there. So no matter where you go, you can never be really, really alone. So if you feel scared when you hear that, ask yourself the question, why am I scared? And what is this longing to be alone? So I started now in this meditation I think that's the first step, to accept it. I cannot fully yet with full joy say hooray, and the reason will be clear to me later on, I hope. But the first step is to accept it, embrace it, and to feel into what I feel when I do that. So there's a certain excitement, and I think I have a memory of things that I cannot explain yet that make me fearful. But for the rest, it's a nice idea, and it's like I feel comforted also. That means whenever you want to speak to somebody, you can speak to one of those. You might not be able to hear everything what they have to reply, but you might feel comforted with the feeling of having companions, of being in a kind of community. So I just wanted to share that with you, and give you also a little bit of an idea of how I perceive with this insight now, birth. So for me, giving birth now to a baby just means giving, it's not me giving a 3D life form to a soul. The soul does it herself or himself, itself. So consciousness, as I said, dances the energy to be able to have an experience in this reality. And you're not the one doing that, right? It does it. You don't just have to deliver, you act the way you need to act to give this life form a form. And I'm pretty sure in the future it will be different also here, that women don't need to literally with pain give birth anymore. It will be more easy for consciousness to have a 3D experience. Let me know in the comments if you already had a similar insight, what your reflections are about this. And I love you, and keep on meditating.